Hello, everybody. Welcome to the, what is it? Is it the 23rd or 24th?
I think it's like 24. It's up there.
I think it's 24th episode of the Speakeasy Dwellers podcast. Post-recording Jared here. It is actually the 25th episode, not the 24th episode. Now, let's get back to your regularly scheduled program. It is I, your host, and this time I actually have another person with me. Do you mind introducing yourself?
Hi, I'm Abby, a friend, I guess.
That is that all the introduction that you're getting? I bring a person for the first time in like 10 episodes, and you're gonna say it's like, oh, my name is Abby. I'm just a friend.
Hi, I'm a friend. I attend University of South Carolina.
Just
Addie's.
doxing me right now.
Sorry. I know for a fact you've 100% said where you've attended school in
Oh
your
yeah, no, I'm
podcast.
I'm just messing with you at this point. Yeah, no, I definitely have mentioned several times of, I mean, I've also mentioned people by name down here, so I don't
Yeah, I
think,
know oh sorry. I've been mentioned not by name, but there have been a few instances where it's been like, oh, this person said this, and I was like, hey, I know her. That's me.
yeah,
So,
I think I mentioned you a couple times when you invited me out for the hockey.
cock
Cock
hockey.
hockey.
Oh,
Cock
love
hockey.
cock
Yeah,
hockey.
I watched our team
Hey,
lose.
have you seen? They also won like a national.
I did see that. I did see that. That was actually pretty neat. It was actually very funny the other day. They ended up posting. So for the listeners here, so South Carolina, you may or may not know, just won the national championships for women's basketball. Woohoo! Yeah, 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 yeah. So the other day, I saw Kakaki post. Like we're an everything school, and they said that it's like, oh, Kakaki won the national championship for college hockey, and let's see. Um, what was it? What was it? What was I gonna know? Um, it's weird because now I'm like hearing feedback, and I don't know why I am. I shouldn't be hearing feedback.
I'm just. I can hear you and like what I'm saying. So
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
a little bit of technical difficulties.
Yeah, it's because we're doing this in the exact same room.
Yeah.
I think we have to actually probably have to trade a bit in order to do this, like so it doesn't like get too used to the fact that it's trying to get to my voice.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe not gonna do this like be in the same room setup next time. We have to see
Oh,
like
next time. Sorry, that's
next
good to
time.
hear.
Oh well, okay. Don't get
We'll
don't
see.
get too
We'll see.
confident.
Okay.
Like I don't know if you like still need to like just be farther away from me. Maybe I'm just talking.
Jared, I can get as far away from you as you want me
All
to.
right, all
So,
right. I know you hate me. I know you hate me, but
no.
I didn't think that much.
Our friendship has come a little bit of a ways. It's I don't despise you.
I mean, hell, you
That's
buy
a
me
plus.
groceries, every.
Okay, I don't buy you
She
groceries. I
drives me to
take
get
you.
groceries.
That's because I also have to do like my day. Actually, no.
Does it
If I
because
didn't
it's
take you, I wouldn't get groceries.
you wouldn't get groceries if I wasn't a
No.
person?
I'd probably survive off of Taco Bell and really bad Gamecock General food. So
There's Gamecock General has some pretty decent food.
there, I actually got sushi from there Saturday. Yeah, it
The
wasn't that
sushi
good.
ain't bad from Gamecock General. I mean,
No,
that was
dude.
my.
Oh my god.
Oh, you were saying?
I was saying it was admitted Students Day. I couldn't even order food. That's why I had to go to the general because I I couldn't walk in there. It was flooded with people.
Yikes.
We're already like having trouble finding housing for everybody, and they're just gonna just keep admitting more than we can hold. But
Oh, I actually found it very funny because on Yik Yak the other day, I saw a post and they're like, "Oh yeah, I just walked by a tour group and they said that there's so much housing for students here." And I was just like, "Oh boy, they don't know."
didn't you have trouble? Did you even find housing
I did
for
find
next year?
housing. I did find housing.
Okay.
Actually, I haven't
Was
signed the lease yet, but I do have a room
oh,
reserved. It's a two-bedroom, three-bath over at Olympia Mills.
so it wasn't student housing. That's insane.
No, it was
Okay.
not student housing.
Mm.
Yeah, no, like I think pretty sure my application is still live for this. So I'm probably gonna have to cancel that. But say la vie.
I got very fortunate with like I told you earlier, like October, I had people come to me like, yeah, let's be roommates. I'm like, cool. My loan covers on and off campus housing, so I mean, I still like have to end up paying it, but it's a good situation. So, especially with like band camp, like we're all the issue I had with my roommate now is I was never there, um, because of band.
Yeah, yeah, you were never in your room because of band.
Okay, all right. Do not target me right now. I'm actually never there now for reasons, but
See, and you
it was
laughed at me because you
different.
thought I lied.
It was different.
It was
Different
the exact
timeline.
same reasons.
Yeah, well, at least this one isn't a shitty person. Sorry.
Yeah, at least this one isn't a shitty relationship.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm pretty
pretty
sure they're
solid.
supposed to be I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be doing a like a meeting for closing. Yeah, right
Right
now.
now?
Yeah, like right now. Yeah, it's
Why
supposed to
don't you
start at
come in
like
there and say
6.
hi, Jared?
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me just
Yeah,
go over and say
yeah,
hi. I think they're
yeah.
actually supposed to be doing like health inspections starting at 8, but since
mm,
I'm not like one of the first people, they
yeah.
usually are very late to getting to me, which
Mm,
is always very nice. Like
yeah.
if
Well,
need be, I can always just be like, "Oh, just pause it right there. It won't record and like
yeah.
it'll be fine." So, I know before the podcast, I was asking you how your day been. So, how have you been? We haven't talked in a bit.
Yeah, I think last time we talked was before you went to, was it Cleveland? Where'd you go for basketball?
It
'Cause I
was
know
to
they just got
Albany.
back. Oh, okay, Albany, yeah, cause you got to see your family, yeah. Um, it's been going. It has been getting better. I'm not working that job anymore. For those of you who obviously don't know, I worked
I
at
mean, why
a.
would they know?
I know, yeah. I worked a really bad. It was like a calzone shop, not to name drop or anything. Um, Hours were like 9 to 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. As a student, that's not really ideal. But
Would you ever
anywho,
agree to that? That's sorry to interrupt you, but why would you
no,
ever
no.
agree to that?
To be fair, I the job was given to me. I didn't apply for it. I didn't. It was
How
given
was
to
it
me
given to you?
through connections. As bad as that sounds. And so my parents were like, "Hey, this has been an opportunity given to you for a job in second semester, since we never have time in with band." Um, so I took it because I'm like, "Oh, I'm a night owl." Turns out I'm not that big of a night owl. But since then, I've been doing pretty okay. Um, I was telling Jared earlier, I only have one final, technically. The other ones are
Yeah, bitch
mainly,
ass is so fucking lucky.
oh my god. The other ones are mainly like 2 to 3 week long projects, except for my IT one. It's like a big certification. You have to study weeks for it. You know,
Now, IT, that stands for information technology,
information technology, yeah. My major's
not
technically
integrated
IIT.
technologies.
Okay, let me back up. My major's technically integrated IT, so integrated information technology. Um, but everybody just calls it IT because the IIT with all of our southern accents, it gets lost in there. So we just call it IT. This is actually my first semester doing it. I switched majors. um,
Got
you
more
know,
balls than me.
well, you went in. What are you? You're computer science, right? Or computer engineering?
Miss Ma'am, I am insulted. I am a civil engineer.
That's right. Yeah. I don't
Mentioned
keep
this
up
to
with
you
his
at
everyday
least
life,
several.
guys.
Nah, this woman stalks me. I swear to fucking God,
What?
she stalks me on a
Do
daily
not.
basis.
On what? What? Where?
I have you added on everything.
You have me added on
All
everything.
right.
Who's the stalker? Who's the
That
stalker
that
here?
that is technically true because I did follow you on Instagram after
That was after the spring
spring
game of
game.
last year. Keep in mind, guys, I was going into the Carolina band. I had warning signs. but I still was
Whoa,
Jared's
whoa,
friend.
warning signs, warning
No, I'm
signs.
kidding. I'm kidding.
Before
I'm
you
kidding.
went to the Carolina? No, 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 no. You better not be
Nah.
kidding.
No, 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 no.
You better be kidding about that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
totally.
mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there was probably
I'm
like,
not.
oh, Jared, stay away from the high schoolers joke, probably in there somewhere.
Don't don't explain. Don't. I would not go further on that, Jared.
What? No, it's nothing malicious. It's just a little bit of banter.
Jared makes jokes that some people can't handle because people are very sensitive nowadays. Um,
Snowflakes.
personally, personally, I thought he was fine. I thought everything was fine. I kind of enjoyed it. Um, and then now we're here. You know, grocery runs and
And that's it.
kakaki.
No, it's just grocery runs. She invited me to one cock hockey game and then nothing
Hey,
else.
okay, look, that's the only one we really had time to go to. The other one, I was sick and I couldn't go to like their national thing. So I did. I ordered a jersey. I
Oh, you
invested
did
like
order a jersey.
150 bucks into that.
Holy sh! What isn't the 150 bucks? Isn't that the one with is that the
Wait, I
custom
think
one?
that may actually, yeah. I think I paid 130 for the non-customizable one because I didn't know I was gonna put on there. Um, I did the. It did come with the national patch though, so
Oh, okay. Well, that's always nice. But I mean, you could always
yeah.
just put just Lear and then just
What number
like an
though? 69.
like every other
I already
fucking
know
female
somebody
at
with
this point.
that. I'm okay. No, I know a male with that on there with like the name. I'm not gonna dox him. Like the name at the top. It's great. I'll tell you later.
Like if I
But
were to do mine, I would be like Blazik04.
you have a cool name though, like a last name.
Oh
Mine's
yeah, I have a cool
Lear.
name.
Who the fuck Lear? It's derived from like O'Leary, cause fucking Irish.
How badass a name, O'Leary. I had actually had an English teacher back in high school whose last name was O'Leary. He would always come in like the day like Friday on like special days
Mm-hmm.
like before break and stuff. And he would just play on his like he used to be a musician back in the day before he was a an English teacher. So that was like always pretty neat to be able to experience that.
Yeah, dude. There's a summer program I went to. They did music and art. I would always do the music. Um, there was this art teacher. He was like probably in his 50s, bald. He had this beard, long ass beard, and he always wore his shirt. He always wore like button ups. He always wore them down to like the center of the shirt. So dude had like this long ass beard and like just hair just everywhere out of his button up. It
You
was
saw
so
this?
disturbing. Yeah, I was in like this program went from like elementary school kids up to senior year of high
Ma'am,
school.
I think you may have gotten like visually molested at one point. Would
It
explain a
was
couple
a
things. This would explain a couple
Oh,
things.
well,
Mine.
hold on. Okay, okay, okay. Would you like to elaborate? Because I'm confused.
What? I mean, you can see in this, she does not. That's this profile picture of her lies. She is not. She does not have blonde highlights anymore. She used to be blonde. She used to be blonde.
I'm a natural blonde. Yeah, I decided to go like a dark brown color. I did keep like the money pieces. Jared likes to call them slut strands.
I've never what?
Was it you? Somebody called them slut strands.
I've never fucking said that. I don't
Okay,
even know what those
okay.
even are.
Really?
Accusing me of
Okay, I would like to take back that statement then. Sorry about that. But I I was tired of the blonde period, so I just dyed it all dark brown.
it's probably all the harassment I gave her.
He's like, you'll always be a blonde.
Oh man, gotta love blondes. Gotta love blondes. It's actually very
Oh my
funny. People
god.
make fun of me for it because I say
Really?
I hate blondes a lot for very obvious reasons.
Mhm.
But I say, hey, they're very beautiful women, but man, do they have shitty personalities. Not all of them. I
Okay,
didn't
thank
say
you.
all of them. I mean, I may have said all of them at one point,
God.
but but um, it's just. It's just like it's like my kryptonite. It's like, oh my gosh, they were so fucking beautiful. But why do you have to be such a terrible person?
Mm. Do you think Isaac's beautiful? His beautiful blonde. I'm so sorry.
No, no,
No.
that's your man. That's your man, not my man,
Oh
not
my
my man.
god. I didn't ask how you were, Jared. How are you?
I have actually been okay. as of
Good.
recently. Obviously things can be better, as
Mm.
they usually can be. But I think I'm at a good place in my life. Very stark contrast to where I was, 3, 4, 5 months ago. Um, and even going into the semester. And it's just like after everything that's happened, like all the things I've been able to experience since then, all the new people I've been able to meet, it's just it's nice to be able to sit around and be okay with being lonely, but being able to just go out there and just talk with people, like the simple thing of just being able to go out with you to go grocery shopping, like even that is like it's nice just to be able to do that because I I was at a low point. I was like, who am I supposed to go grocery shopping with? Because the only person I went grocery shopping with was with her.
Mm.
So it was like, oh, okay, Abby's a nice replacement.
I was just a replacement. Hold on.
What?
No, I
Like,
get, I get, I
what?
get.
What? How can you take that as an insult?
No, 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 I don't. I actually do appreciate. Back in like, God, beginning of middle of last semester, life just sucked. It was so bad. And then nearing the end of the semester, beginning of this semester, sorry, that's a little confusing. Jared was like, "Hey, you want to take me to the grocery store?" And I think we had like little sessions before we just talked. Because if anybody needs like a person to talk to, it's you just want to be there. So it turned into like the grocery trips, and I did find it easier to just for both of us to talk to each other. Uh, it was just a good experience. It was just good. It was just good. Um, I think that has actually helped overall with both of us. I guess. I was very appreciative though.
I mean, you also have your guy for as well. I mean,
Yeah,
I got no significant other in my life at this point in time, and I mean,
yeah.
no matter how hard I try, the search for one, it always
Uh,
seems to backfire on me in some way, shape, or form.
Jared, I know you've heard before the saying like, "Oh, you find it when you're not looking." Yeah, I take that seriously because I took mine seriously, and then
But when you live in a culture where it's like a men make the first move kind of deal, so it's
yeah.
like that's the one thing that like my mom tells me. She's like, oh, you always have to wait. She will come when she will come. And I was like, well, you know, like it's just when do women make the first move? Not very often.
Um, I think it was in high school mainly, but there was this thing where they would make like it was I forgot what the name was, but it was required for the girl to ask the guy if they wanted to like go to the dance or do whatever it was. There was a specific name for it, but I think it just taught girls to like, hey, it's okay to make the first move. A lot of people are just scared of rejection. That goes for whoever you are. It just I agree with you though. There is still that big stigma of the guy always has to ask the girl. I will say, with my situation, if I didn't make the first move, it most likely would have never happened. Because he's just that reserved of a person.
As with most other guys.
Mm.
Um, I do gotta say, uh, so I did end up like restarting to reuse not Chegg, Tinder. I kind of just I kind of spoiled myself there.
How do you get those
Okay,
confused? Are
don't
they both
worry.
orange?
No, no, no,
Okay, I'm
no,
just
no.
trying to
There's a
think.
reason. There's a reason. So I bought a Chegg subscription about 2 months ago,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and so when I did that, turns out there's like perks that you can get on top of it, and one of the perks is getting Tinder Gold.
Yeah, we talked about this. Yeah.
Yeah. So I ended up activating it, and then Robbie, my roommate, he was like, "So you're just gonna sit on it? You're just not gonna use it?" And I was like, "No. Why would I need to use it?" And he was like, "Well, if I had it, I would use it." And I was like, "Okay, fine, fine, fine." So what I've been doing, I've been taking advantage over it in big quotation marks. Um, so it definitely helps out when you do see someone that you do know, like in real life. Yeah. And you just be like, oh, yeah, it's like, oh, you are very pretty. I know you in real. I've been able to actually have conversations with you. So let me just send the super like.
That doesn't scare you?
Not at all.
Oh
Not at all.
God,
Not in all in the
Jared.
slightest.
Yeah, no, I attended for about 2 weeks after my whole situation, and I saw three people from the band that I knew. I was like, you know what? It's time for me to delete this app. Uh, and I
And that's one of the
did.
downsides of doing it on a college campus.
hmm Yeah. Almost everybody I know, like you and a few other people, have seen like the same people, um, on
And me
Tinder
on
who
it?
we know. No, I didn't see
You said
you
like you
on
and a few
it.
other people. I was like, whoa, 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 whoa.
No, I've seen the people that I saw on it in the band. Not gonna name drop, but the ones you've also told me you've seen, many people have seen them and deleted the app right after that. So you're very brave for sending that super like. That's progress, Jared.
No,
That's good.
but I mean, it's kind of like as Robbie would say, it's a fuck it we ball type of mentality. You know,
Okay.
you just shoot the shot out there and you're just hoping that it lands, kind of deal. And if it doesn't, you know, it doesn't.
No.
But if it does, it's like, hey, you know, it could turn into
Yeah.
something.
You could be like Camila Cadorso. Just shoot your shot. And then I'm
Is
so sorry.
it Cardoso or is it Codoso?
Cardoso or Cordo? I thought it was Cordoso. You know, they
Yeah,
won a natty. It doesn't matter.
I
I'm
like
kidding. I'm kidding.
I say Cordoso, but Robbie says it's Cardoso.
I say
But
Cado. Cado.
he's like, oh, you know, that's how they say it on, you know, when the announcers do it.
I'm not like too involved in that to really understand or know. Um, I just watched the game Sunday and the ones I sub in at. So
So where were you on Sunday?
I was at home actually in my hometown. It's about an hour and a half away. I was there. I had to go home for some stuff. So I was on my couch, literally doing homework, and watching it. So,
That was a great game. Me and I was going to watch it here in my dorm, but then Robbie was like, "Hey, they're doing a watch party over at Russell."
mm-hmm,
So it's like, "Oh, might as well go over there." And I thought it was going to be lame because I saw Breezy post on her story that she was at the Final Four thing,
mm.
right?
Breezy, and I was like, wait, hold on, that doesn't make it lame. But then I understand now. I get it now.
Yeah, so it was just not very packed at all. So I was like, "Oh man, this is going to be lame." But we went in there
Mm-hmm.
and we got there an hour early before like the
Damn.
game starts, and they open doors about 30 minutes before. So we got there like 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we go there and there's just a line outside the ballroom. And we're just like, wow. So we got good seats and stuff like that. We got to see the game, got to interact with people. It was very funny. There was these people that were right next to us. Um, they must have been drunk or just, you know, very like extrovert people. Yeah. Um, but they went over and they kept on just like, oh, we love Tessa Johnson. Tessa Johnson, my queen. Give it to Cinco. Give it to Cinco. And then whenever Tessa Johnson started popping off towards the end, they were
Yeah.
going wild.
Is that the freshman? The
Yeah, the light skin,
yeah.
yeah.
Mm. I know the first quarter. Uh, my dad, who's a diehard Clemson fan, even he was kind of like leaning over the couch looking at the TV. He's like, "Oh my god!" He's like, "We can't lose this." I'm like, "Who's we?" You're a Clemson, but
Yeah, if your dad
yeah.
is a diehard Clemson fan, what got you to go in the South? Oh, wait, I know the answer to that. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
What? What?
I think we already had a conversation of the answer to that one.
I don't even know what you were gonna
It
ask,
was
but
because of him. The reason
what?
why he came to South Carolina.
90%, yeah.
Well, that's
The
basically
other
it.
10 was like the band, and they had a good tourism
Yeah, that
program.
it's
Not there
that
anymore, but
she came
uh,
to USC for her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend
okay,
at
all
this
right,
point.
yeah, yeah. Anywho, I actually, if I didn't come to USC, I was probably gonna go to Western and march for them, or go to the military. I was at that point in my life because I was like the head of like my RTC stuff. I just I was almost committed to that. Either that or Western, because Western had offered me money, but I was like, oh, USC, this is gonna be amazing, and it still was amazing. USC is okay. you know.
I okay is yeah, that's one way to describe it.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, but um no, but yeah, I was in there and it was very funny because they showed the Iowa fans all in the
Mhm.
arena watching the game. There was all of them, and they actually showed them twice. Did not show us at all. And then they showed us
Yeah.
once, and we all started cheering like, "Yes, they finally showed us. They stopped glazing. They still kept on glazing Caitlin Clark the entire time. But yeah, but like it was like a minute left. We all started standing up because we went on a huge run. They didn't end up scoring at all in the last 5 minutes of the game, and we're all just standing up. And everybody has their phones out. They start playing Sandstorm and everything. It was just wild, and we counted down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, and we're all cheering. And then all of a sudden, I see people running, and I'm like, "Oh shit, we're supposed to go to the fountain." So um, I quickly grabbed all the stuff. We got a poster. We had our little number one hands, and we just started booking it out. I took a video of all of it. It was pretty cool, and we just went over, took our shoes off, and jumped into the pool.
Mhm. Yeah, it's an experience for sure. That I've seen. Obviously, I chose like the matters at home over jumping into the
Of
fountain.
course, of course.
But we're women's basketball. I'm sure there will be another. You know, I trust that there will be another opportunity. Um, but I did get to see it from home, and when it did pan to Russell House, I was like, "Oh my god! Like, is that Russell?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I saw some people. I was like, "Oh." And then TBS went to go jump in the fountain. I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, I think what like for me personally, um, it was pretty neat because I was able to finally celebrate a team success as a
Mhm.
fan rather than a band member. Because I mean, freshman year I wasn't able to storm to the field for the Tennessee game because I was part of the band. This year I wasn't able to storm the court when we beat Kentucky because I was part of the band. And so for all this, I was like, man, I'm missing out on all these things. I mean, as cool as the band is, it does deny you a lot of the fan things. And I mean, they tell you that extensively. Like you do have to sacrifice a lot of your social liberties when you do this. So,
Yeah.
um, but it was nice to be able to just go out there and just be a fan. And actually, very funny story. So, I ended up getting there right. And when I got there, uh, I ended up looking at the fountain, and I'm taking all these photos, taking all these videos, sending them back to my family back home, and I'm out here taking this photo where I'm in the middle of the pool and I have a sign up that go Gamecocks. Um, and I'll start handing this sign up, and um, oh my gosh, it's really pissing me off because I have the feedback is happening here, so I might just gonna have to, yeah, just gonna mute it right now. It's not your fault. It's not your fault at all. I can just manage it right here and there. Um, but all of a sudden I'm just sitting there and I see a camera panned right at me, right below. So I see it and I'm done taking the photos and I start, let's go, and I start showing the sign and I was like, yeah. I was like, okay, well, I'm on the internet somewhere. Um, but I waited probably like another couple hours after that and I was like, oh, where did I end up? I didn't end up on any of the official um, like platforms for USC. I was like, okay, maybe it never popped up anywhere. And then I saw this one thing where it's the the guy who does the the PA for the men's game because there's that girl who's like, "What's up, fams?" Um, so I did that, and he posted something saying, "Oh, we just won the national championships." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I go through that, and they show all these a bunch of these people, and all of a sudden there I am. I was like, with my USC. Um, and then all of a sudden I saw that they have that video pinned on their thing, and I'm the cover photo of it. And let me actually look how many let's see. I did. Yeah, so that video has 950,000 views right now.
Oh
Right?
God. Oh, I see you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So it's
In your
trumps every single other thing that
transitions.
they posted on there. Um,
Mm.
and I think one of the cool thing is that it's like obviously I have not been in contact with my ex for a long time. Yeah,
Yep. I hope.
it's
I was the one that had to pull through for Jared and mash the, was it unadd or block? It was one of those. It was block or
what?
something. Did I block or unadd
Oh,
it?
blocked. I couldn't
Okay,
do
good, good,
either.
good. Sorry, yeah, no, that was a yeah. Good. I'm glad it's stayed that way. That sounds really bad that I'm saying it like this, but
I mean, I didn't have the balls to do it myself, so I'm really glad that you were able to do that. Um,
sorry. Continue with your
no,
point.
like
I'm so
I'm
sorry.
trying to like see if we can like have the banter come back and forth because I think like
Mhm.
when you're not talking a lot, it's starting to pick up my voice and thinking that I'm the speaker. So it's
Okay.
like you need to like talk more, I guess, or just like have a lot of.
Talk more. Oh, that's never. I've never heard anybody say that to me.
Oh,
It's always been
all
like,
right, all
shut the
right, all
fuck
right.
up.
um, but I just think it's cool that it's like, the way things ended. And she's like, oh, I want you to be happy. And I'm like, no, bitch, fucking, you don't want me to be fucking happy.
She's like,
Like, I like
no.
everything that you said, like since the argument, just like has said otherwise.
Mhm.
But it's like, oh, I may have her blocked, but guess who's gonna be seeing me?
Oh my god. It's
950,000.
like revenge.
Uh-huh. It's like, ha, you fucking saw me. I know you did. I know you fucking reacted to it. So I know all your
Yeah.
friends fucking saw that as well. It was like,
Oh
ha,
god.
fuck you. Look how happy I am. And it's like, now
Oh
look at me.
god.
So it's like,
Not the point. Now look at me. You're so determined. That makes me happy though. Like to genuinely see you doing okay, like doing better. I listened to his podcast back, way back, and to see the difference, I will say it is very refreshing, and it makes me very happy to see that for you.
yeah, I mean, I've listened to a couple of my own podcasts, not to sound like a narcissist.
No, no,
Um, but like I've gone to back to listen to a couple of them, and I've realized, I mean, I've mentioned this, I sound like a broken record, but I've used these kind of like as like audio diaries just to see how I'm like
no.
check-ins to see how I'm doing like every now and then. And it's just weird to see the mental progression as we go because like you can actually hear because the two videos where I first met her and then when we broke up are literally back to back because I didn't record anything at the beginning of the year. I didn't record anything over the summer, but I recorded stuff in April and then I recorded stuff in or I think it was October.
Yeah,
So you get to hear
yeah.
when I was talking to her, even though I didn't mention her.
Mhm.
I was about a month into talking to her, and then you hear me a month after we,
Yeah.
broke up. It's not a breakup. It was more like just a separation because her fucking ass wasn't mature enough to have a relationship. Um,
Yeah.
this is why I hate fucking freshman women.
Hey, guys! I'm a freshman, by the way. Come on, Jared. You hate
I
some freshman
I
women.
hate most of the freshman women.
Okay.
Because I'm in a group chat with a not, it sounds bad. It sounds bad that I'm a group chat with a whole bunch of them. Um, but like seeing how they react to things, all of them going out to parties, they getting like blacked out
Mm.
drunk and shit. And it's just like, do you want to fucking kill yourself or something?
Mm. Some of them do, yeah. I I did back like last semester.
And I never
Sorry.
really subscribed to that at all.
Subscribe to it. I love the way you worded
What?
that. Sorry,
That's
it's
a
kind of
proper
funny.
use of the word.
Yeah.
Subscribe?
No, no, no. I I didn't realize I stopped going out back in January. I went out the very first week we got back, and something happened, and it just ever since then I've not gone out. And I mean, yeah, I miss it sometimes, but I realized like my first semester, I was like, oh, let's go out, let's go party, like almost every Thursday night.
Say
And now,
Thursdays.
yep, Thirsty Thursdays. And now I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'm just gonna lay on the couch with Isaac and watched. We just got done with MCU, the whole series. Oh,
Yeah, how
tearjerker.
was that? Have you never
Oh
watched the MCU before?
no, no, we started in Ohio, literally like at the end of our spring break. It took us a month to watch everything.
Did you watch it in chronological order or kind of
Yeah,
just like?
of course, yeah.
So what did you start with?
Iron Man.
You started with Iron Man.
Mhm.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Oh God, Tony Stark immediately caught my heart. Oh, I loved that man. And then we just finished Endgame, and I don't know if you like spoilers, guys, but Jesus, he.
Spoilers. It's been like
Okay,
6 years.
well, some people are late. Okay, so am I. But when he died, I think actually, I was expecting it because my roommate spoiled it for me. Um, but Groot, oh,
Ah,
that
love
little
that
tree
tree.
had my heart. When he disintegrated in Infinity War, I sobbed for like an hour. I was really sad.
Trust me. How do you think I was reacting when I saw those like the week it came out?
Oh God. And the fact that you guys had to sit through all those credits to watch like the how they I didn't we didn't have to do that. I just skipped through and watched it. But oh it was so sad. But it was good. We're actually kind of starting like the X-Men now and I'm getting him to watch Beetlejuice since the second one's coming out September. Big Michael Keaton fan.
Yeah,
But like I said, I just don't go out anymore. Going back to like the main part of the conversation.
I forgot we were talking about that.
I I don't like I said something traumatic as fuck happened back in January and just never gone out since. I mean, I'll hang out with some friends and stuff, but I mean, a lot of freshmen get it out their freshman year, I guess to say. Like my suite mates are loud as hell. Um,
Fatherless children.
I
Fatherless behavior.
oh my god. But they're super loud, which is also why I'm not in my dorm too much because they scream, they yell. I don't know if I'm just an old lady at heart or I just
No,
can't
you're
do
just a
it,
normal human being.
Yeah, well, Columbia Hall is one of the one of the worst in my first I think it might just be my floor, honestly. Um
Cola is not
but
a really
okay,
great
well,
place. I mean that's where I think Ben's probably mentioned that he lived there freshman year. I
yeah,
mean I visited there into band camp because he invited me over for coffee, and I was just like, man,
for
this
coffee.
shit sucks. Like again, living in Capstone, I'm like, damn, maybe Capstone ain't so bad after all.
I've heard that actually. My Some of my friends live in Capstone, and it's not nearly as bad as they make it out to be. I think Cola Hall actually may take the cake between the two. Uh, our bathroom. I think I've mentioned it to you a few times. Throughout the both semesters, our bathroom has had problems like 5 or 6 times. It's crazy. So that's why I spend most of my time at Isaac's or just not there.
Here you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The key to
Oh
a
my
woman's heart
god.
is a functioning bathroom. That's all you need.
Okay,
You don't need a bed. You don't need a kitchen. As long as you have a
to be
functioning toilet.
I don't even have a mattress pad, dude. I just have my sheets. I have my sheets. I have a quilt I made, and then
Quilt?
yeah, I did a lot when I was younger. My aunt helped me with the one I have on my bed now. I sound old as hell. Um,
Well, I'm
but
older, so
um, I sleep with that. I don't even sleep under the covers. I have a blanket, like an emotional support blanket that I sleep with. So,
this nice 10 pounder right here.
dude, I will
The weighted
say
blanket.
you're mad. It's sorry guys. Before we started recording, we were trying to figure out the setup. I will say Jared like has a good mattress. I will say
Damn straight I do. Damn
that.
straight I do. Sturdy bed frame too. Sturdy bed
Oh my
frame too.
god, Jesus. But I just yeah, I told Jared earlier as well. We had conversations earlier. I'm so ready to move in to my apartment. Just have a setup, have a bed, like a good bed, and my monitors. Ugh, daydreaming.
Wait, monitors plural?
Yeah, two. Okay. Long story. Well, My stepdad works for Microsoft, right? So he gets these the computers and monitors. Why are you laughing?
It's a funny ass insult that you can tell the people
Stop.
online. It's like, oh, you can't do that. My dad works at Microsoft.
No. No. He is being very kind and lending me his monitors because okay, I have a MacBook
Pay fucking
and
rent on it,
no, she's just letting me borrow it for like 4 years.
girl. I'm pretty
um.
sure that man is gonna forget about it in
Oh
like
yeah,
six
absolutely.
months.
That's the goal. That's the goal. Just keep them. But at that point though, they'll be so used up that I wouldn't probably need to like upgrade to some extent. Because like I said, I'm an IT major. My MacBook, Jared has a better one than I do, so it may do him well.
Actually, you do not
Uh,
have a better MacBook than I
okay,
do.
I'm saying you have one better than me. Like yours is better.
My MacBook is not better than you.
Oh really?
Yeah, you actually have a newer you have a newer model because you
Jeez.
bought that.
29, 2020,
Oh, this is old.
2021. It's the 13,
Well,
13
yeah,
inch.
I don't care about the 13. I care about the year that
Sorry.
it was produced because they produce one like every year.
Oh
There's like a
yeah.
2019 model, 2020 model.
Side note, that is crazy to me. That like it's that's a whole different conversation. But long story short, I don't think my MacBook is gonna do me very well throughout my IT like career.
Oh no, 100%.
So I needed something better. Like I'm actually looking at laptops now. Um that would do better for like coding and different things like
Don't get
that.
laptops. Don't get laptops. MacBooks are the premier, and I will stand by
Oh,
this. MacBooks are the premier, like
okay.
workability when it comes to stuff.
You heard it from Jared, guys.
Oh, it is.
Get
Like,
a
you
MacBook.
know how I don't think you understand how productive I can be sitting on my desk with a MacBook and just being able to copy and paste and send text messages and emails.
You have a point. I just my desktop is not gonna be a Mac. It's not.
Yeah, don't.
Those are also hell expensive.
I have not found a use for a desktop Apple product. Like again,
Hmm.
for the stuff that I want to have, be able to use, CAD or designer software,
Yeah.
coding, and being able to game, I need to use this. So, I do a lot of my heavy duty work on here and then a lot of the logistical stuff. Like, do you know how, I don't
Yeah.
think you know how nice it is to be able to convert PDFs on your phone using Cam Scanner, save it as a
Really?
PDF, and then just pull up your MacBook and just have Blackboard open. And it
I did not
since
know
they're
that.
both connected, they both share the same file,
Yeah.
so it's already there. So instead of having to go through
Jeez.
the Blackboard app on here, all I do is just pull my MacBook out and then boom, I can upload the file there.
That is so for McMaster, I'm an art minor, so I do like design technology and stuff with that. That classroom, so many Macs, like as their desktops. And I will say, for the cloud, like Adobe Cloud, Photoshop, and design, it is really good to have. But otherwise, I just don't see like the the hype or the point.
What the hype around MacBooks?
MacBook, like the desktop or the like the
The iMacs.
yeah, there, yeah. Sorry, my mind blanked on that one. But yeah,
I remember back in the day, yeah, back in the
back in
day,
the day.
my dad's computer when iMacs first came out, that's what it was, and it was in this office room, and it would be this big ass screen and it had this, a little like keyboard, had the mouse that wouldn't connect to anything. And it's like, what? This stuff is all wireless? That's crazy. And so that was my computer for the longest time. And then, we still use it to this day, which is crazy. And a testament to Apple products is that this computer is old, old, old. I mean, its video card has been fucked up, but it's still, productive in its own right. But then since then, it was actually here's a little like lore with Jared. Um, every year since I could remember, we always have, your Christmas list and everything. And the one thing I would always fill out every single time was I wanted a computer. I wanted my own personal computer so I didn't have to share it with anybody. I asked it every single year. And then one year finally got it. Both me and my brother got laptops. I got this, this bin back one where you can convert to like a tablet thing. Yeah. So I did that, and my brother had another laptop. They're both Lenovo's, and his was a bit more heavy duty than mine because I didn't realize that mine was more reductive thing than actual gaming. So Jackson used his for gaming, I used mine for productivity. And then my dad realized the utility of it, so he used it a lot when I was at school for work, and then he ended up losing it one day. So I got very upset, and my dad felt really bad about it. For like, he still feels bad about it to this day. And I'm like, yeah, you still lost my laptop.
Yeah.
Um,
Aw.
so, and then the laptop starting to show its age because games get more higher
Mm.
end, and then the software becomes increasingly outdated.
Yeah.
Um, so what ends up happening is my brother, as a quarantine project, he ends up building his own computer. Yeah, so he ends up building his own computer from scratch. He spent probably a year and a half looking for parts, finding them at optimal prices because the computer market was fucked during COVID because one very important thing was in short supply, and that's quartz. Or was it quartz?
Yeah.
Which is a really big component when it comes to
Forgot about
computers.
that.
So there was a big electronics shortage during
Mhm.
quarantine. So it took him a very long time in order to find all the parts. So one day after quarantine was over, he finally got all the parts because it wasn't going to get any cheaper for him. And I think it cost him about 1,500 bucks.
Mhm.
And so he assembled it all together. And there it is. It's actually this one right here. Yes, this one right here.
Looks pretty good. Like guys, it looks pretty good.
Yeah,
You did good.
I mean it's RGB. I mean there's has been a couple modifications like its
Well, yeah.
memory has been increased slightly. Um it's got a new video card in there. I believe it's a 4000
Okay.
series. And then I also have a new hard drive in there purely to serve as backup. It's a 4 terabyte hard drive that
Yeah.
if in case of, an actual thing happening.
Yeah. Did he put like a GPU in it?
Yeah, it
Okay.
it it, it, it works. Yeah, graphic. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I
Then
mean
yeah.
that's what I think that's what the Nvidia does. It's a video card, but I'm pretty sure there's like a separate thing for.
Okay. Yeah. No, I need to talk to your brother then. I next semester I'm building. We have to build a computer for our class. My advisor was like, "This is either gonna like make you hate your major or make you realize you chose the right one." And I'm like, "That's terrifying, considering I didn't have a background in any computer anything before I switched majors, which was kind of dumb, but I, it's a terrifying thought. Um, I can deal with it. It'll be fine. It'll be fine."
Well, funny thing about this, so I went off to college and I didn't have this originally because I thought I was
Yeah.
going to be able to do all the stuff that I wanted to on my MacBook. Nope. Realized
Yeah.
very quickly about a month into college, and my dad,
Mhm.
because me and my brother would share this, right? It was his computer, but I would use it as
Yeah.
well for work and stuff like that. And my dad always pestered me. It's like, Jared, do you want your own computer? And he would always ask me that. And I said, no, 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 I don't need my own computer. This is fine. Jackson's gonna have his. I don't need it when I go off to college. And then after that, I ended up calling in. One day, I'm like, Dad, I need, I, I need a computer. So I told him that, and he's like, okay, we'll work on it. And so I was expecting him. It's like, oh, this is gonna be another a year or so because that's how long it took my brother to make this. I come home after fall semester and my brother has a new computer. And I'm just like, wait, wait, well, that's new. What happened to your old one? He's like, oh, you're using it. And I'm like, what? And my dad was like, yeah, that's the only way I was able to convince Jackson to build another computer.
Oh.
Yeah, the only way he was able to convince Jackson to build another computer was he didn't build it for me.
Yeah.
He built it for himself. So he built himself a new computer and then just gave him his old one.
Yeah. That's really sweet, actually. Was it like your dad was like, "You're gonna make a new one and you're gonna give this one to Jared," or was it just kind of like a, "Yeah, I get to make a new computer. He can have this one. It's fine. It's
Yeah,
cool."
so my brother's very, very smart, very, very, very smart, much
Hmm.
smarter than I am. And so
Oh, I might need to record you saying that. That's the first time I've heard you admit like somebody's smarter than you.
I have mentioned that many times, even to my own
Oh, okay,
parents and to all
okay.
my relatives, that my brother is smarter than me. He ended up making like straight, almost straight 100s his semester, his fall semester for his senior year, and he was just so my dad thought of it as a way to treat him, be like, hey, don't worry about price or anything, just do what you want. And plus, my grandmother also, my Lola, she also heard that my brother was making a computer and then she offered to pay for all of it. So then it was like, okay, Jackson, now you have to build a computer. It's like, okay, I'm gonna build it the way I want to build it. So he built it. I think it was like probably just slightly more expensive than this, but he didn't have to worry about a budget computer or anything or budget constraints. He just got what he wanted. So, and then he just gave the old one to me. So it all worked out. He got what he wanted, and then I got the old one. And it was just like all we did for this was add a new hard drive to it and then increase this because it used to have a 1080, but now I think it has like a 460 in there now. So a little bit of lore about how old Betsy got over here.
Betsy?
I've never actually given this a name. I just like Betsy, just like an old, like
Okay.
Kyler. You, yes,
Yes, of course.
yes,
Really? No, I have
Um,
no idea.
his
Sorry, that
Jeep
was
is called
sarcasm,
Betsy.
guys. Betsy.
It's called
Okay.
Betsy, and it's like I actually didn't realize it, but I passed by his car the other day, and on the side of it, it literally has on a laminated sticker Betsy in
Hmm.
quotation marks. And I was like, oh, that is so cute.
Oh, that is adorable, actually. My foreign exchange bestie, Louis over there, he um he named I have a it's like a Hyundai, however you pronounce it, an Ionic. He named it Eileen the Ionic, and it stayed true. Stayed Eileen.
Come on,
So
Eileen.
come
Na
on,
na na
yeah,
na
that's exactly
na
what
na
it
na
was.
na. Na.
Yeah, I didn't want to name it that because I remember our very first game, NC State played that for their music, and I was like, I don't want that flashback. But then it just kind of grew on me. I was like, okay, dude, my first marching season, Jesus.
Couldn't have been all that bad.
You got to keep in mind, I was going through one of the what I thought was my
We
heyday.
were all going
Yeah,
through a lot of different
yeah, yeah,
experiences.
yeah. I would like go. Our library doesn't close till like 2 a.m. most mornings. I would be in the library, not even doing work, just sobbing on the third floor at like 2 a.m. Uh, it was an interesting time.
That's where we got these things, little sleep gummies. I
Mm-hmm.
actually have not replaced these
Oh
because
wow.
they have run out, and my mom has been able to
Oh,
replenish them. So, you
well.
know, we just say fuck it, we ball.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh, remember the girl you told me to apologize? Um, I actually did not apologize.
Doing so good, Jared. We were doing
I
so good.
I actually did not apologize because my pride couldn't take apologizing.
Yeah, well, nothing new
Um,
there.
so I think I ended up telling you that I ended up it really hurt my pride having to do this, but I missed a month of school because of
Mm-hmm.
marching band, not marching band, but like basketball band.
Band, yeah.
Yeah. Um, so all that I missed a month of school, and so now I'm trying to figure out what all the different things that they're talking about on this class, and I don't understand like a lick of it. So, and none of the
Mm-hmm.
people around me, my usual study group, we just fuck around all the time, weren't gonna help me because I already asked them for help and there was just nothing. So I was like, great, who's the one other fucking person that I know in here who has like two brain cells? Well, of course it's fucking Megan. And I'm just like, oh god. So I had to send her a text and I was like, hey, can you help me with this? And then she's like, yeah, I don't know what to do with this either. I'm like, you know what, understandable. And then she's like, why don't you ask those guys that you're always with? And I was like, why the fuck do you think I'm asking you? And then she never responded to that.
Did you Did you literally say, "Why the fuck are you asking me"? Is that what you said, like word for word?
No, 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 no. I was like,
Okay.
no, it was kind of like it's like she said, "Oh, you should talk to those guys that are always around." And I'm like, "Why do you think I'm asking you?"
Mhm. Okay, okay. I feel like if you would have said it how you just said it earlier, she would have had a bigger reason to be like hate you.
No, but
If a dude was like, "What the fuck do you think I'm asking you?" I would have been like, "All right."
uh, yeah, why do you think I'm fucking asking you? Yeah, the people
Yeah.
that I'm asking you are idiots.
I've noticed that's apparently a trend with anything in the College of Computing and Engineering, like whatever, or engineering and computing. Uh, like came out kind of muffled, might be, but I know Isaac had this group for a project, like a programming project, and apparently they were just like complete idiots, and, like
Yep,
it, and there's a lot of idiots in my class right now,
you're gonna find
so
that a lot.
I'm just hoping to not become one of them. You know, like I feel like I have something to prove. I don't know why. I just do.
Of
Um,
course, it's because you're a girl in a male dominated field. It's always that's
yeah,
always the main thing, like
yeah,
to always like strive for.
yeah. I never really looked at it that way. I'm not like one of those. This is gonna sound really fuck. Like, oh, women need to do this at like a high ass feminist. I'm
Abby wants to
not.
be a housewife.
Oh my god, I can't even cook a fucking omelet. I don't think that would work out. I tried to cook an omelet last night. That thing was, ugh. Sorry, it did not come out good. So I just ate my fruit cup in like defeat.
I refuse to believe that you don't cook.
I every time we go to the grocery store, I sometimes get like this big family meal type dinners that you just throw in the oven and have it with like Isaac routinely. Other than that, I can cook an egg, but that omelet was pretty bad. I can, but I can cook an egg. I can cook tacos. Oh, love tacos. Spaghetti, like the basic things.
Getty is very
Basic
important.
things. I my dad tried. He did. Him and
Teach
my
you spaghetti?
stepmom to cook it.
Oh,
Like, and my stepdad's a really big like he loves cooking. So like we'll make egg rolls every now and I just they tried. I'm just not good at it. I get it from my mother. My mother sucks at cooking. Like I don't know.
reminds actually what you're talking about reminds me. So my grandfather, you know, he passed away probably 6 years at this point. He passed away in like 2018.
I'm sorry.
When he grew up with around chefs a lot. He was basically brought up by chefs, but he never learned how to cook. But he always knew what to look for when it came to food. He knew what good food tastes like. So when eventually he married my Lola, um, he would always criticize her cooking, but her cooking was always amazing. But like not criticize it like in a bad way, but like criticize in a good way. You know, whenever he would go to, yeah. Um, but he
Yeah.
was always very appreciative. I miss him dearly. I miss him dearly.
Mm.
But I still
He's
have my
very.
Lola.
Oh, guys, the Lola lore. Oh, it goes crazy. I want to meet this woman one day. Because if Jared has a conversation, the Lola is
Have I
thrown
ever showed you
in every
a
now
photo
and
of my
then.
Lola? No,
No,
I actually ended
she
up meeting her
sounds
because
amazing.
she's now up in New York since she can't be down there in Florida where she used to live.
Yeah.
Because it's starting to be that time of her life.
Mm-hmm.
So um that's her. That's her. Uh
She looks very sweet.
yeah.
Oh. Oh, is that when you went to
hmm
Albany?
Yeah,
Oh,
I did
she
not
looks
I
so
actually did
sweet.
not know she was gonna be there. So when
Oh.
my parents pulled up to Albany, I say, "Oh, hi mom, hi." Or actually it was my mom and my little sister Amelia who came over. And it's like, "Oh,
Mm-hmm.
hi, how are y'all doing?" And then I ended up walking over to the car, and my dad comes out because, I expected everybody in the family to come. And then all of a sudden, I see Lola in the passenger seat of the car waiting. I was like, "Oh my gosh, you didn't tell me you didn't tell me Lola was coming over." So I was very
Oh.
and then guess what? She ended up coming the next day to watch the game.
That's
She
really
was completely
sweet.
lost, but
Well, yeah, it's the thought that counts. No, I remember my great grandma. I called her my Nina. She went to one of my band competitions. Poor woman, out in the sun, just watching us really bad in high school. But afterwards, she's like, I don't know what's going on, but I like the way the flags looked. I'm like, I'm not even in color guard. But she
Fuck them
was
people
so
in
sweet
color
about
guard.
it.
Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them.
Oh my god. Sorry, I forgot that brings up traumatic experiences.
Actually,
But
that
yeah.
reminds me. One of the color guard captains actually came up in my Tinder feed. The very pretty one. The very pretty one.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. There's just one specific. We'll talk about it later. But
But she did come. I did the super
yeah.
like. She never responded to it. So it's like
Oh.
oh well. Oh,
I feel like
I
next
actually
marching
thought she had a
season.
boyfriend.
Yeah.
So I was very shocked to see her in there because if you're in there, that means you used the platform in like the past like
Mm,
2 weeks or something. So it's like
yeah.
oh wow, you So it's like oh okay, so maybe
Yeah.
boyfriend's no longer in the picture.
No. I will say our color guard, our dance, like they're all very pretty, but our coquettes, like the twirlers, God, the twirlers are gorgeous. I will say that. That was weird to say, but they are so pretty.
The two new twirlers that are coming in follow me on Instagram now.
Oh my
When
god.
that
I
post came,
watched their audition.
yeah, you do.
Go ahead,
Oh
sorry.
wait, they had
Hmm?
like. What do you mean you watched their audition?
I okay. So for I'm in like a service sorority. So to get my service hours, I had to like help out with auditions. So I was on the field as they were
How many of
auditioning.
them were there auditioning?
Three auditioned. We knew only two were gonna make it. Because there's the one that's been there. It's her senior year coming up. So she's in. So they needed two more. One to replace Amanda, the blonde one, and then an extra, I guess, or
Well, actually, there's
you
supposed
know.
to be three of them. We just had two
Oh,
of them. There
okay.
was a girl my freshman year who graduated,
Mhm.
so it was just Amanda and Allie.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah, they got they brought in two girls. There were three that auditioned. They were all really good. Um, only one girl like didn't drop a baton or not baton. Fuck, the thing.
It's a baton.
Um, oh, it is okay. Okay. Um, only one of them didn't. She had a really good audition. She made it, and then the other blonde one that made it, I watched. She was pretty good. Um, again, they were all good. Um, but I watched their auditions. It was really fun. It was really interesting.
I remember the second that post came out on Instagram, I was like, oh, we're actually gonna go back to um
Mhm.
three people now. So I was like, okay, let me follow them
Yeah.
because I've followed all of them. I mean, I follow Amanda, I follow
Yeah.
Allie. I don't think Allie follows me back, but Amanda does. Amanda follows me back. But yeah, I got the new one. What's her names?
I don't even know their name. Like
Elena, and
Maddie?
yeah, I don't know who the other
Is it
one's called.
Madison? Uh, Dude,
There's a
oh my
blonde
gosh.
one, and then there's like a
Yeah.
kind of Asian one, but I can't
She's not.
tell. Very
She
Asian
might be
face.
Philippine. Yeah. I don't know. Dude, I don't know if I should talk about this on here, but drum majors. I'm I don't have an issue with the drum majors we have. Have you heard about the? Again, I don't know if this is a podcast conversation, but the mellophone.
Yeah, what about him? I mean, I saw them the day they came out. It's a very interesting choice to have four people, and
Oh
yes,
wait, there's four.
There's four. Yep, we're having
Oh.
four section leaders and
Oh no. Jared, I was talking about the drum major that is now a mellophone.
the drum. Oh yeah. Uh, I don't know. I thought they were the best out of all the drum majors, in my
Really?
opinion at least. Like they just
Jeez.
gave the embodiment of what it was to be a drum major, and they were just
Mhm.
very precise. Like I like their
Yeah.
conducting out of everybody. So I gotta wonder because they didn't make it past the first round. So one's gotta
Really?
wonder what happened in there. Maybe they like they quit or something, so they canceled their
There was a
application.
lot of complaints with like them staying in time and during the season, not just during auditions. But like,
I have no idea. I didn't notice it.
yeah,
I always trust them more than
yeah.
I trusted anybody else.
Oh yeah. Guys, next marching season. Oh, a little scared. We're gonna see what happens. I think it'll be fine. I think it'll be okay. Um,
Speaking after this, I need to show you an audition tape that I
okay.
watched. That's why I asked in the chat, like, what are good
Mhm.
audition songs?
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, did I respond? I think I responded to that email. I'm gonna assume I responded to that email. But yeah, one of the trumpets who I was rooming with, um,
Mhm.
he had a person graduating from his high school who was a French horn player who was coming to USC, and he
Mhm.
comes from a very small school. So it was very good for him to have
Yeah.
someone come in there.
Yeah.
So he wanted to have her audition on mellophone, and since he knows me, he's like, okay,
Mhm.
what's the mellophone audition like? And I was like, yeah, it's like this, this, this. And he's like, do you have yet still have your audition? I was like, yeah, I still have my audition because it's on YouTube. So I
Yeah.
just pulled it up there, and so he sent me her stuff. She actually sounds really good.
Mhm.
Like
That's
really
good.
really good. And I compared my because I have part of it you have to do step to the rear.
Yeah.
God, I look back on mine and I'm just god awful, terrible um, player of steps to the rear. And this woman, she probably cracked on one note, but when you're doing auditions, it doesn't matter about cracking a note. It's the holistic idea of the piece. And I was just like, wow, she sounds like me right now when I've been doing. But I've been playing the song, at least 100, almost 200 times. So it's like very so. I hope she makes it. Um, I hope she makes it. I know I had nothing to do with any of the like audition process,
Yeah.
but
I know drumline obviously extremely hard. They have like a whole day of auditions and like it's like 9 to 5 of auditions.
for what
Um,
again?
drumline.
Gosh,
Drumline is very difficult.
is are they
Mellophones.
trying out again? Same instrument? Your boyfriend?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll tell you about that one later.
Okay, wonderful.
Anyways, but a drumline they have to like audition every year. They have to do their individual auditions. Apparently, the way he explained it to me, it is very strenuous.
With
Which makes
yeah,
sense.
because like drum lines are pretty much the premier
Yeah.
focus of college
Hmm.
bands.
Yeah. We do have a. I think our drum line's
Actually
pretty
have
good.
we have a
I like
very
our drum line.
decent drum line,
Yeah.
especially compared to UNC. God, I hated their drum line. It's like
Yeah.
actually like terrible.
Hmm.
If I didn't know any better, I thought it was Band Day.
Oh,
Unironically,
jeez.
did you see them? They like I'm talking about the band as a whole too. They fucking stood their mellophones up, bell down. I was
Almost cried. I did. Oh, it was so
on the
bad.
pavement.
Oh, sorry. If you're a band member, you get it. You get it. Ugh.
That was just terrible having to see that. And I was just like, wow,
Hmm.
that's just crazy. Yeah, but
Hmm. Are you going to the spring game? Or
I
are
am
you
not going
playing?
to the spring game.
No.
That
That's where I met Jared, guys.
yes, that is where I met Abby for the first time, and she thought I was weird. I also had a beard
Okay.
then.
Oh, I forgot about that. Don't remind me of
I
that.
did have a beard, so yeah, I basically look like a pedophile, like talking to fucking
Oh my
freshmen.
god. Nothing's really. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Kidding. Um, but he had this like interesting hat. It was like a what kind of hat was that? Oh, he has it hanging up. It was like a bucket hat mixed with like a fishing dad hat. 17-year-old me was like, hmm, this guy's weird. I thought he was like a senior. Uh, just really enveloping that dad thing.
I have like I have been cold. I look like a 30-year-old dad. I mean, hell, I'm fucking wearing a
Yeah,
polo and khakis right now.
he wears khakis
I
all the
fucking love my
time.
khakis. I can't imagine a
Yeah.
time where I didn't wear khakis. I think I've told you I used to be
Hmm.
a blue jeans kid during the winter,
I could see
but I
that
would
too.
always wear cargo pants during the summer and spring. But
Yeah.
during the winter, I would always hate it because I would wear jeans. I was like, oh, you know what?
Hmm.
And then my mom got me a pair of khakis for the first time. Never went back. I like the
Jeez.
second she gave me khakis, and I was like, damn, I look so good right now, and I feel so great. Like again, hate wearing jeans like a lot. So that's why I was very pissed off that part of the uniform that we have here for volleyball and basketball is the fact that we have to wear jeans. So I was like, okay, great, because I didn't bring jeans down to college because I didn't think I was gonna need them. But then they're like, oh, you need blue jeans. I was like, oh, great, I need blue jeans. Great, wonderful.
Yeah. My plugged. My mic went weird for a second. Anyhow, I think we're good. I know the only jeans I had brought here were like two sizes too big, two or three sizes too big, because I had lost a shit ton of weight from summer to actually my whole senior year.
Major slay.
Um, hmm?
Major slay.
No, yeah, but then you think about now, I could almost fit back into those jeans because I call it happy relationship weight. Uh, Dude ensures that I eat at least 2 meals a day because I used to not. I used to eat like a meal and then march and then go to the gym. I still
I
go to the
mean,
gym,
I've only had one meal today.
but Jared.
Well, I'm just skinny as it is, and no matter how much I eat,
Hmm.
I don't gain weight. And if it goes anyway, right here, right into my fucking belly.
I'm trying to be like a muscle mommy by summer. I got two band camps. I got my high school one that I'm going back and teaching, and then we have our band camp. So I'm trying to whip it back into shape, but I'll be fine. So it is what it is. But I thought you were going to the spring game. I was like,
Nope, I am
damn.
not going to the spring game because I did
Hmm.
that last year, and
Yeah,
I regret it. And I was
really.
like, it's just going to be the exact same thing. I'm just going to be sitting there with my instrument. It's like, yeah,
Hmm.
it's cool to be able to play all this stuff again.
Yeah.
Um, but, and be able to like interact with the next upcoming generation of
Hmm.
people. But this is the only time I'm ever going to be able to experience a football game as a
Yeah.
fan while I'm
Yeah.
attending USC. Because the only time after
Yeah.
this that I'm going to be able to experience it is as an alum.
Yeah. I thought about that. I had the 2 or 3 years before I came here to do that. I know you didn't. So I think that's good that you get to experience that. Um it's a good experience. It is.
Yeah, that's one of the major
Yeah.
things I've been trying to do this year was going to more sporting events. Like I've
Mhm.
gone to most of the basketball games here, which I never did last year. Mostly because I didn't want to see my women blow out, and it was like,
Yeah.
okay, well now I'm gonna watch men's, and I don't want to see my men's get absolutely butt fucked by some random ass Joe Schmo team. But now it was actually worth going to men's games, so you're able to, even it out between going to women's games that you wanted to see and then going to men's games that you wanted to see. So it was like, oh, it was a good day, a good year for me to heighten my sporting, I guess, prowess in order to distract myself from other life things.
Like a green. Oh, there it is. Never
Well,
mind. Sorry.
yeah,
I'm getting a little paranoid here, guys.
don't worry. If you were having something wrong happen, I would hear it.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry, we had like a 30-minute issue going on before
An
this
issue was
with the
just
mic. It
troubleshooting.
wasn't no. Yeah. This is not my mic, guys. I don't know what I'm doing. Um, I'm just here to yap, you know. But speaking of yapping, how are you preparing for finals? I feel like that might be actually good advice for whoever
How am
listens
I
to
preparing for
this.
finals?
Yeah.
So my big thing for preparing for finals is not necessarily looking over notes, but it's giving myself practice problems and then
Yeah.
understanding concepts, like just general ideas and then how to apply them. Like understand the concepts from, some random ass YouTuber and then applying those concepts to the homework and then just finding relationships. And that's just how I function. So when there's like no example problems that I can just go to, I'm like completely fucked.
Yeah. No, I'm having to retake my math placement because I don't want to have to take like 2 or 3 courses before I get to like the meat and potatoes, as people say. Um, so, so I'm retaking it to see if I can get because I suck at math. That's why I didn't do computer science and I did
Did you
IT.
take the SAT?
I
What did
did,
you get in
yeah,
the SAT for the math portion?
like a 580. It was really bad.
Like the math placement exam is basically just an SAT
Yeah,
portion.
I did bad on my math SAT, so I did better on my ACT. I made like a 28 on my
I
ACT,
never took
which
the
is still not
ACT.
good.
I took the SEC
But
and the SAT
mm,
only. And I mean, I got a 780 on it. Yeah, I got a
mm.
780 on my math portion.
On the wait. Oh, I forget it's at a 1600. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
did really good on my English.
I'm
I'm
really
good
upset
at
that I didn't
that,
get a.
but
I'm really upset that I didn't get a 100 on my math portion. I was like, damn, because I so my cumulative thing was like a 1380. So the only
yeah.
thing that was bringing me down was my English, which was, 650, which is still, I don't really care much about my English. I don't have to take a single English course while I'm here because the two English classes that I took back in high school, both those credits transferred over, so there's all my English credits that I ever need for my major.
Yeah. The public speaking. Online, out of all things.
You're gonna have to like repeat what you just said.
Oh, sorry. I did like public speaking online through like the college we were connected with. Um, so that's why people are like, that shouldn't count because it was online. But
Reading is reading.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Most of it was knocked out. So I'm technically a sophomore, but I don't
Oh,
know if
look at
your high
you.
school had. Shut up. I'm still taking summer classes. I'm choosing to take summer classes just where I can graduate in the 3 years. So,
That's always a nice thing. But
yeah.
yeah, like the math placement exam, basically it's just SAT questions. They don't go anywhere farther than pre-algebra. And
Mhm.
basically, if you know pre-algebra, you'll be completely fine. And then on top of
Yeah.
that, you also have to take the foreign language placement.
I exempted. I did so good on my. I did good on my foreign uh,
I
language
actually
one.
did not take it. I got
Really?
myself exempted from Latin, and I said I was going to take
Nice.
it later. Um,
Mhm. Just never
no,
took
never,
it.
never took it because why would I need to
Damn.
take a language class? So then
Yeah.
my friend was like, "Hey, I was able to pass and get credit for it, and I absolutely knew nothing from
Dang.
Spanish. So I was like, okay, fine, 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 fine. I'll take the French foreign language placement. So I took that like
Oh
last
my
week,
god.
and I ended up passing it. So no
Nice.
more, no more language credits for me either. So it's like, yes. So there's my English credits and my English credits
Yeah.
and my language credits out of the way. And I also took my last math class last semester. So all my
Nice.
math is out of the way now as well.
Yeah. I refuse to take a If I exempt it, I refuse to take another language unless it's with Duolingo. I'm learning Norwegian right now.
Ooh, spicy, spicy,
Yeah.
spicy. Yeah, currently, look at that, 806.
Not the 806 streak. Well, I'm like a weekend of Norwegian, and I'm doing pretty good. So it's actually kind of similar to English, which I didn't really expect.
The
But
806, that
yeah,
is actually the area code
Jesus
of
Christ.
a portion of Washington. I forget where I think it's Olympia, Washington. That greater area
The more
is
you
80,
know.
806.
Mm,
I know here is 803.
yeah, yeah. The more you know.
Yeah, the more you know, the more you know.
So,
I mean, you see my number's a 682 number, which
yeah.
it's actually not the local area code of where I'm from. No, it's because the phone used to be my uncle's or my dad's best
Mm,
friend, who's basically an uncle at this point. Um, and he lives in Dallas, and that's the local area code in Dallas 682. So the one at home is an 845 number. So I always stick out like a sore thumb in group chats because I'm the only 682 number. There's like, oh, that's Jared because he's the only one that's not 845.
guys don't have 843. Like I have an 843, and not a lot of people I realize have that. So it's not as adventurous as yours,
Yeah, I'm pretty
but
sure like the 8 specifies like you are on the East Coast or something like that.
mm,
Or I don't know because Washington's not on the fucking East Coast, but they're an 803
mm.
number. They're 806, so it's like I don't know how these area codes work, man. We'll figure it out one day, one day.
I went through Seven Brew one time, the drive-through. Also, if you have not had Seven Brew, I'd 100% recommend. But I went through there one time, and you give them your number. They give you like your rewards, whatever. This one girl was like, I think they have a system where you either get like a really easy number or a really hard number. I'm like, girl, what are you on? But she had a good point because she was like, some people have phone numbers that's like, uh, I guess 843, 5928, like whatever, like crazy numbers, and then others just have like 333 444. Like, who makes this system? How are these numbers given out? How is
Pretty
it?
sure they're provided through your plan.
Yeah,
Like you have the option to transfer your number or
yeah.
get a new number.
I love my
Like,
number.
yeah, same here.
It
Like
just
when I
rolls
got
off the
this
tongue.
phone, my
Mhm.
dad asked me if I wanted to keep my number. I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool having the only 682 number here. So
Yeah.
this almost became an 845 number because we finally got new phones a
Mm,
year ago. So I was like,
yeah.
you know what? Nah, fuck it. We're gonna have the 682 number because
F it,
that
we
makes me
ball.
unique. Yeah.
He likes being different. It's not that hard when you're Jared. I'm so sorry.
There are so many. Actually, some of the other day, 'cause I posted a video of myself dancing.
I saw that. I got like
After
secondhand
the win,
embarrassment.
and she said, "I wish I had your confidence."
Literally, I was watching that video, and my roommate was like right behind me. She was like, "Why did he post that?" And I'm like, "Because it's Jared. He's gonna post it. Like, for you to have that confidence to post that." I'm like, "Where does he think? Do you remember when you had like the fucking trench coat on? Was it in your room? You were doing something? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah,
But it
yeah,
was
yeah.
so crazy."
Oh, yeah. Oh, what was it? What was it? It's the Napoleon meme.
Yeah.
I have it in here
Guys, that
somewhere.
was
It's a
scary.
Oh, come on. Where are you? Where are you in here? I can't believe I've taken this many photos in my fucking life. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Let's see. That's me when I was drunk.
Oh?
Um, Josh Giddey. Oh, yeah. It's this one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just that, and I just basically try to emulate Napoleon
Yeah.
as much as I could.
That trench coat dude. Whenever Jared first followed me on Instagram, uh, this was a little bit after the spring game. I wasn't even in college yet. I didn't know him like I know him now, basically.
Loved me.
And oh my god, one of the posts I saw was him in his trench coat standing in front of Willie B. And when I saw that, I was like, maybe I should unfollow him.
What? Wait, whoa,
But
whoa, whoa, whoa. You're gonna Okay, okay, okay.
it
You're gonna need to
was
elaborate. Why
interesting
why would I need to be unfollowed?
because you are a 19-year-old man who just embodied like an old ass man. I don't. It was just weird. It was. I can't
You,
explain
you
it.
you think I'm
You have
weird
to
for
see the
being
picture.
very mature for
Oh
my age? Are
God!
you trying to groom me here?
Stop gaslighting me.
She's trying to groom. She's trying to groom me. She said, "Oh, you're very mature for your age."
Trust me, I know what grooming is, and that is not.
Yikes! 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 Yeah.
That is not it.
Anyways,
No, but it was just the angle, everything. I was like, is this? Is he okay? Is he special? Like, what is going on? Turns out he is. It's Jared.
I'm
But
okay. Okay. I might be slightly special. I might be
yeah,
slightly
yeah.
special, but not as much as some
You
people
just
that we
have to.
know.
Oh God, you just have to see it. You just have to see the post to get it.
Yeah. But there's actually a lot of lore behind that. So I ended up getting the girl who I was talking to my senior year, who ended up leaving me for a gay dude, who I thought was gay, who openly came out as gay and then started dating her. So obviously not gay. Um, so that happened, and it caused a whole bunch of relationship issues between me and her, and I ended up having to go to therapy for the first time in my life, right? So you already know, like, if I go to therapy for the first time, that's how bad it is. So we ended up talking over the summer. We ended up going to Europe together for a school trip, yada yada yada. I've already brought it up in one of these previous podcasts and stuff like that. But we ended up somewhat repairing our relationship. I still wasn't able to like respect the guy at all. Um, but we were able to repair a relationship, and we still talked up until probably November of my freshman year, and then all of a sudden she just hard cut off, stopped talking to me. Um, so I ended up coming home, and I went to the band hall, and it was immediately a warm welcome. Like I just walked in the door, blatant security issues there, me being able to just walk through the door and sat down, and a couple of guys are like, "Oh, hey, Jared," and they're like, "Wait, whoa, 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 Jared?" Because a bunch of my other peers have visited them plenty of times. Like they've probably seen them 3, 4 times. This is the first time they've ever seen me. So, um, what was I going to go with that? But the only person out of all the people in that room that did not say hi to me was her.
Yeah.
Oh, terrible, 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 terrible. So I was like, okay, why is she not saying hi to me?
Hmm.
So the reason why was because her boyfriend gave her an ultimatum, where it was basically it's either me or him. So obviously we all know where that came from. So I ended up getting real depressed, and and I ended up reaching out to her basically as a final call. I didn't expect her actually to answer the phone, but she ended up answering. I told her, all the things that I've been going through, how hurt I was at the fact that she wasn't able to talk to me about it. And so after all that, I said, "Hey, this is going to be the final time I'm going to call you." I actually ended up calling her last fall, which was terrible of me.
This.
Um, but so after that, so this is a very big portion of my life that I just had to say I had to leave. So I ended up getting real depressed, and I ended up sitting at the benches right in front of the Thomas Cooper Library, the reflecting pool there. Um, so I ended up sitting out there for I think at least 4 hours at night, and
That's kind of scary.
yeah, so I mean it is kind of scary trying to
Yeah.
do that. And I mean Zach came over, Ben
Hmm.
and Mary when they were both together, quotation marks, also went over there to say hi to me because I posted
Yeah.
on my story that I was there, and I was like, okay. Then the next day went out there. I was like, you know what, this is boring, so I'm just gonna walk the Colonial Life Arena. I
Hmm.
walked the Colonial Life Arena, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna walk to the edge of campus. And then after that, it was like, oh, I see Williams Bryce. I could probably walk all the way over there. So, and then I was like, wow, I am all the way at Williams Bryce Stadium. I can't believe I fucking just walked here. And I'm complaining about walking to Gibbs in the morning in order to eat breakfast. And my ass just walked over to Williams Bryce and back. So, um, what was it? Where was I going to go with that? So the next day, I ended up going out with my roommate last semester, or not last semester, but like you get it 2 semesters ago. Um, and so I went out with him. That's where he got all the photos. He was the photographer. I showed him what exactly photos I wanted to take. So,
That was a joke. I'm sorry.
hmm?
I said your little Pinterest board. You don't have a Pinterest board of
I
photos?
do not have a Pinterest board of photos.
Here
I
you
actually do not own Pinterest at all. I don't have an account.
go. Damn. It's very helpful. I will say that.
What even is Pinterest?
Oh, dude, I gotta show you my Pinterest.
Oh gosh, I
I create boards of like
this is
featured
my intro to
house.
womanhood right here.
A lot of my nail ideas or hair ideas come from there. But it does have it's like they have memes on there. They have like room design, a lot of art stuff. I use that for art sometimes. Some cool stuff. How to style yourself. You might could, but it does have a lot of picture inspiration. I'll show you later. But it was a joke, but at the same time, it is pretty helpful. But sorry, continue. He took your
No, I
pictures.
was just telling you the context of why those photos exist,
Yeah,
and that
yeah,
was
yeah.
basically it.
Yeah. Oh, okay, okay.
So
Yeah.
just it was like a flex that I walked to
Hmm.
Williams Bryce and back. Actually, the second time we went out there to go get the photos, we actually drove there because I didn't want to walk there again. I've actually made that walk 3 times.
It's a long ass walk. if you like campus, that's like what, an hour walk. But
40,
you got long
45, 47
legs.
minutes.
Yeah.
45, 47 minutes.
Mm. No, no, I couldn't. If I had to, yeah.
You cross
But
country?
yeah, but I would run it, but
Walk it?
nope.
Alright, well then I don't get that logic. That logic's whack.
Okay, I will tell you. We used to do like a walkthrough of our trails with cross country. It was so boring. I could not. I asked my coach. I'm like, can we please just run this? And everybody hated me for it. But I'm like, I can't.
You're also an
No.
ROTC student.
Yeah, dude. Oh, cadence.
JROTC.
Yeah, junior RTC. Our school was Marines, and I got promoted to like the highest rank anybody over the past few years had gotten, and I ended up quitting that. It was like my first semester of senior year because you're supposed to have two officers. We had like a first sergeant who was awesome, and then this other guy, Chief Warrant Officer Tatum. I'll fucking call him out. He was awful. Super mean. Not really a good person. And he decided to promote me the very last day of that semester. And then after he knew I was leaving, obviously, and he's like, "See, he's like, you could have perspired with this new promotion." Da da da. Da. I'm like, "Okay, fuck you. I can't do it."
Yeah, girl
But
got her weekends taken away, and went
Jesus.
full on Full Metal Jacket on him. You ever watch that movie Full Metal Jacket?
No.
You might want to watch it.
Yeah, but I remember I would call Cadence because I was like, I was the platoon commander. That was my job, and I would say kind of near the back. It was either back or front, depending on the PT day. Um, but calling Cadence was so fun. And so when I was running meets, I would sometimes do it in my head to just kind of like regulate my breathing and like think about running. Like it was just I did like it, but I just can't walk it. It pissed me off. Like I couldn't do it. So,
That's
but yeah,
crazy.
it
That's
was.
crazy that like your body is conditioned to run, to enjoy running more than
Yeah,
enjoy walking.
I will say I haven't had like a good run since
Wait, do you
January,
run to
February.
class?
No, I don't run to class. My class
I
is
I, I
not
bet I
far
bet you
enough.
wish you could run the class.
I kind of do actually. I do miss running. I had my tennis shoes on yesterday at the gym, and I was walking the track because I was cooling down, and I was like, "This is so boring." But I gotta build my endurance back up to the point of where I can fully run something. So it was just it's an interesting experience. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
mm.
Wow, look at that. It is an hour and 30,
Oh
32
shit.
minutes. Don't you have somewhere to be?
Yeah.
Yeah. I also got
Sorry.
somewhere to be in like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, I was
Sorry.
trying to find some way in order to wind down, but then you kept on finding topics. It's like,
Sorry.
no, no, no,
My
it's not your fault,
bad.
not your fault, not your
We
fault.
like to yap.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. So any final closing statements you'd like
Uh,
to make since,
yeah.
you've heard enough of me?
No, I do want to thank you. I have actually enjoyed this. It was a really good yap session, as Jared likes to call them sometimes. Um, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed this. Hopefully, Jared enjoyed this.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, we definitely got to do it some other time. Definitely,
Yeah.
with a lot more logistics behind it. Maybe not this, but we can
Yeah.
still
No.
probably do the face to face. Maybe like
Yeah.
FaceTime on like a MacBook or something, so we
Yeah.
can still like somewhat have a conversation. Just muted and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
Yeah.
yeah,
But I enjoyed this. Thank you. Thank you. That's all I gotta say.
how to say? Well, all right. Well, that'll be wrapping it up. Um, Let's see. If you're listening to this or actually watching this on YouTube, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. If you're listening to this on Spotify and or Apple Podcasts, I guess just thank you for listening, as it is. Yeah, and that's it. If I don't see y'all again, good morning, good evening, and good night. See ya.